Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Zode. Welcome to reality. First lesson, respect everyone. I see a lot of people have this motto. They'll say, fear none, respect few. That doesn't even start to make sense to me because when I see people say that, or when I just see people upload things like that as a caption to their story or to their picture, it really irritates me because I don't know how someone could really think that way and be serious about it. Like, that should be an offense, to be honest. Now, how about this? Fear nobody, respect everybody. Yes, our faces are all different, but what we want and need from life, not really as different as our faces. For the most part, we all want to love, to be loved, to live comfortably, and to be able to provide for those we love. So it really makes no sense for you to see it as a point disrespecting someone because you feel you are literally or figuratively bigger than that person. I see the way a lot of people casually disrespect people like beggars, cleaners, or people that don't really have a high value in the society, so to say. And that's not fair. So please show respect to everyone you see, or at least, better still, respect everyone till you are disrespected. Yeah. Lesson number two: nothing goes for nothing. Don't feel guilty when someone makes you try to feel bad for putting a price to your attention, to your value, to your energy. Because in this life, the truth of the matter is that the best of friends you see are two people that mutually benefit from each other. And check it out, what really spoils a friendship? Now, I'll tell you, what spoils a friendship is when one party goes to search for that thing it sees in that friendship and gets it at a better rate and at a cheaper price. It's a dog eat dog world. When the going gets tough, only the tough gets going. And when you look and observe that the tough can't get going, your humanity has to come into play and tell you that we are not dogs. I'm so sorry if that sounds confusing. By all means, help the disabled or people that really need your help unconditionally. But what I'm saying is, if someone is as strong as you, or if someone is as opportune as you don't have to feel guilty putting a value or a price to your attention or time or energy you use on that person. It's just that simple. Lesson number three: take it easy on yourself. Yeah, we are getting old, and I know at some point growing up, we're all like, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an engineer, I want to be a pharmacist, I want to be a dancer, I want to be an actor, blah blah blah. And most of us right now are sad because we couldn't, put these plans into life. But take it easy. Life didn't come in instruction manual at all. No one has it all figured out. We all learn as we go on. And that's just the beauty of life. Life happens to us in different ways. Some are more opportune than the others. And that's fine. So please learn to forgive yourself for the things that you are not. And if you're a product of your environment, learn to forgive yourself for the things you are. Because to be honest, some things are way beyond your control. So take a chill pill and learn to love yourself a little bit louder. Because it silences your insecurities. Lesson number four: not everyone will like you. Stop trying so hard to be liked by everyone because it's not just possible. It's inevitable. You're not the hero in everyone's story. In some people's story, you are the villain. That's fine. That's the reality of life. You can't please everyone. As long as at least one person appreciates and loves you, you're good to go. Don't get me wrong, this doesn't pardon ignorance or a bad character. But as long as you are doing your best, you just leave the rest for God. Because there will always be people that hate you. You can hate them too if it bothered you. But honestly, I don't recommend you let it bother you at all. Lesson number five: you're in a competition. Never mind when people say this life's not a competition, do everything at your own pace, blah blah blah, live your life. That's a lie. You're in a competition, yes, and the competition is you versus you. There's no flex in being superior to your fellow man. But the real flex comes when you're superior and better than the person you were yesterday. So see yourself as your rival and work on yourself to the point that you don't have a prime because you keep on getting better every year, every month, every day, every passing second. The sixth lesson: the good you do comes back to you. Yeah, contrary to what you might want to believe, there are still good people in this world and there's still hope for humanity. Like it or not, we all have our roles to play in the betterment of this world. But the problem with us is that we tend to focus too much on the monetary aspect of things, and that's not always the right way to go about it. Doing good and building trust and a genuine relationship is so important. Personally, doing good and having a good relationship with many people has really helped me in my life. I'm going to give you all an instance of someone that was very good to me. This was back in uni. This happened back in uni in my final year. So at the time, I just got back from suspension and I was finding it hard to settle down, with my new mates and all, to accept reality. And then this lecturer of mine and my project supervisor was there for me all the way, providing me moral support, academic support. It was just helping me in all the ways he knew how to. The funny thing about all this is that he didn't have to do these things. He didn't have to stress himself with me at all. Like, he didn't have to give two shits about me. But yeah, he still did it because he's a good man anyway. And after everything, when I was finishing school, I told him, I will never forget you. I'm going to make you proud and everything. Of course, lecturers, they'll have doubts because these are promises that students always make, false promises, and then the moment they leave campus, they forget the lecturer. But he didn't know I was serious. I told him, sir, I'll never ever forget you in this life. And then he just smiled and said, okay, that's fine. A few weeks later, I texted him, and it's been long we really talked, and he was surprised because he didn't expect I would, just text him out the blues or something. I told him to send his account number, and then I just sent him some money from my heart, and he was very happy because he didn't really expect it at all. And I told him, I made it clear to him that I made a promise to him, which I'm going to uphold because that's just the way I am. He did a good thing for me when he didn't have to, and now I have to repay the favor. That's how life works. That's how it should work. This is what I believe. Curse is the man that repays a good turn with a bad one. That's just how life is. And then I made it clear to him that, look, you helped me when you didn't have to help me. So I make sure that I will always be there any way I can. And if tomorrow all the plans I have for myself come to pass, and tomorrow your children need me or anything, I'll always be there for them. And even if I can't go all the way for them, at least I'll do my possible best to the best of my ability. And he just smiled, he just laughed and I said, yeah, he believes me. Are you all seeing what's happening? The good he did for me is coming back to him. And forget about me for a second. What if tomorrow he gets a big opportunity? Let's say he gets into power, it becomes something huge, and then he needs someone loyal to him, where he needs someone that he can trust. Don't you think I'll come to his mind? Even if he doesn't give it to me, but don't you really think I'll cross his mind? And me crossing his mind alone, that actually means something. So please believe it, the good you do comes back to you. Lesson number 7. You are not too small to influence people or have fans. You living your life to the best of your ability is influencing someone out there, and the fact that they don't always walk up to you to tell you doesn't mean it does not exist. I learned about this the hard way, and when it happened, or rather when I found out, I was really shocked. I'll give you all another instance here. It was back in uni still. I was a huge fan of Future. You all should know him, the rapper, sometimes seen as the Toxic King. So I was a fan of him, his music, I was a fan of his quotes, because they were actually funny. So I was always, saying it or everything. And a friend of mine walked up to me and said, look, the things you say are disturbing. You should stop saying them. I really didn't take him serious, and I told him, look, I'm just playing. And you know I'm playing. He said, yes. He knows I'm playing about it. But not everyone knows that. He made it clear to me, and you see, he told me that he has noticed that some people I talk to don't just talk to me for the sake of it. That they talk to me because they are fans of me. At the time, I was like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Like, fans for where exactly? It didn't really make sense to me. Anyway, I stopped because I just decided to stop anyway. A few days later, I saw someone I talked to acting a type of way, treating his girlfriend anyhow. I said, look, dude, why are you treating your girlfriend like this? Why are you or why are you acting mad? And he said, because you post things like that, because you crack joke about things like that, and you take it serious. I was very shocked. I was like, I don't take it serious, guy. It's just a joke. And the guy said, oh, you say it, so that's why I was really acting like he told me plain, he didn't even try hiding it. And that's when I was shocked. I recalled what my friend told me. And I was like, what the hell is happening? Because it all came as a shock. Like, why are you listening to me? After that, I've been so fortunate to, have people come clean to me and tell me, look, you influence me in doing this thing. It's because of you I do this thing. You give me ginger to do this thing. And it also feels quite good, to be honest. It can be exhausting, but at least if you are doing a good thing and you're influencing someone in a positive way, that's a good thing. Lesson number 8: don't be too quick to cut people off. See, a lot of people easily cut people off, like any small argument, and they'll block the person, they'll keep beef with the person, stop talking to the person. Or, to be honest, it really shocks me because I don't know how to do that. Someone watching this will be like,
if you want to talk to me direct. Don't go through the corners.
cutting someone off is something I'll never do. Don't get me wrong, if someone wants to stop talking to me, of course you have a right to. I won't beg you. But for you to annoy me or for you to do something to me and I'll say I want to cut you off, nah, that's something you'll never ever see me do. I believe for every person in your life, you have two relationships with them: your personal relationship with that person and your professional relationship with that person. I don't need to like you to make money off of you. I don't need to like you to benefit from you. You also don't need to like me too. And if you feel you're only going to succeed, or if you feel you're only going to make money or become successful purely by associating with people that you like in a personal way, oh god. Well, I don't know what to tell you, but you better reconsider. The ninth lesson I've learned: money buying happiness is relative. I say this because you don't always have to think of a person unserious or think of a person as doomed to fail because he or she does not believe that money can buy happiness. Money buys happiness for me in the sense that I'm happy by extension of the happiness people around me feel because of my money. Like when I send people money just to, sort one or two things out, or when I send someone money to make them feel comfortable, the way they're happy, that genuine happiness, when someone gives you money to provide something you need, that happiness that person feels, that's what makes me happy. A few days ago, I sent my mom a huge sum of money, like it's the highest amount I ever sent her. She was very shocked and she was really happy. She prayed for me, prayed. That joy she felt, her being happy, that's what makes me happy. That's what makes me happy. That joy of, oh, my son did this for me. Oh, my son, now I'm guaranteed that my son is going to take care of me when I'm old and gray. Forget about the fact that I'm talking about money, give this person money, give that person money. I've not made it. Don't come for me. I've not made it. I'm just a guy that is doing his best. And God has been helping me. This is what I've noticed. Most people don't really know what makes them happy. And because of that, and because they're too lazy to really find out what makes them happy, they just hide under the umbrella that, oh yeah, money is what will make me happy, money is what's going to buy my happiness and everything. And okay, to each his own, but no, if your life is miserable, your life is miserable with or without money. That's just the truth of the matter. I was watching a movie one day. I've really forgotten the name of the movie. I don't know if it was a movie or an anime. A character was talking about money and happiness. And someone comes from nowhere and says he just wants to do this thing called life normally. He just wants to work normally and get paid normally. Then he wants to marry a woman, neither beautiful or ugly. And then he wants to have two kids. First, a girl, and the second kid, a boy. And he will work till his daughter gets married and his son gets a job. And after that, he will retire and live on pension and play games, board games with his mates. And then after everything, he will die before his wife. Honestly speaking, when I heard that, I was just like, God, what the hell is this? But thinking deep about it, that's just the way some people are. Some people are not moved by money. Some people don't see it as a source of happiness. Some people see the little things of life as a source of happiness. So to each his own. If you feel money buys happiness for you, you have a right to think the way you want to think. But what's not acceptable is you thinking of someone as a failure when he or she doesn't believe money buys happiness. The 10th lesson, always have a plan B. I can't stress how important this is. You need to always have a backup plan. And let that your backup plan have a backup plan. Nothing in this life is as it seems. So always learn to overthink every possibility and have a backup plan for it. I encourage you to overthink a little bit. Don't be an overthinker. I'm an overthinker. It's not good. It can be draining, believe me. But just somehow, I don't even know if I want to stop being an overthinker because I can't, seem to fight this sweet feeling of always being able to predict everything and having a backup plan for it. Living your life, make your regular plan. If that should fail, cook up a reliable plan B. If that should fail, have a contingency plan C in place. And let's say your village people are after you, make sure you have an unpredictable plan D. And let's say worst comes to your worst and it's God that everyone wants to punish you this time. Then have an unreliable plan E with a little bit of reliability so that it will be like a Russian roulette, 50-50. And let's say you are really, really smart and you have the, mental capability. You know how the alphabet works. Make plans with all the letters of the alphabet. So what I'm trying to let you all know is that you need to have a plan B for everything you do, including when it comes to people. What am I even saying? Especially when it comes to people. Don't get me wrong, because I know how this can be misinterpreted. Because someone watching this now will be like, oh, plan B. I have a girlfriend. Let me get a side chick. Nah, I'm not asking you to go do that. Nope. I'm not asking you to go do that. I've learned a lot of things in life. I really just plan to share 10, only 10. I didn't want to make this video long by telling you guys every single thing I've learned in life. I just wanted to keep it 10. But I think we already have 10 and I just would like to add one more. So the 11th lesson I've learned in life, prioritize God. So learn to love and worship Him intentionally and unconditionally. Your walk and your growth with God differs from person to person. Don't look at another person and wonder why your growth is not like that. It's personal. The growth with God is personal. The speed varies. Some is faster, some is slower. If your own is slower, don't bother. Growth is growth. Always learn to put God first in everything you do. When I started doing this, I noticed I prayed more, I said less, and God did the rest. If you are still here, thank you for coming this far. Thank you for your attention, and I really do hope you learned something new. And my name is Ode, and I'm out.